Hey guys, I got a story for you. Okay, this happened recently at the Hard Rock Casino in Tampa, Florida. I was over at the Blackjack Tables, and they have a table called Free Bet 22. Basically, if you don't know how that game works, is whenever the dealer makes 22 and busts, nobody gets paid. But they do have a side bet that if you bet that, it pays like 8 to 1, 9 to 1, or something, 10 to 1. Anyway, another advantage of that free bet table, blackjack, is whenever you have an opportunity to double down, let's say you have two nines and you want to double, instead of using your own money, the casino gives you like a gold token, and if you win, you would get paid as if you doubled up your money. So basically, you get free bets, free doubles, free splits, and double downs. So really good table if you're running hot. Anyway, getting back to what I observed is there was 4 players at this table, and it was a blackjack dealer, a guy, and he's got a 3 showing. So all 4 players that are at that table stay with what hand they have. Okay, that's basic strategy. Let the dealer bust. Anyway, the dealer reveals that he has another 3 underneath there. Okay, and then he gets an ace. So now he has a total of soft 17. Ace and 2 threes. The next card he pulls is a 5. So the dealer's under the impression that he's got 22. Okay, normally if it was a regular blackjack table and the dealer thinks he's got 22, that's good news for everybody because he busts. But on this particular table, remember I told you it's a free bet table, which whenever the dealer has 22, nobody gets paid. So I start to say something because these people weren't sure what was going on. And, you naturally inclined want to trust the dealer thinking, hey, he's the word of reason. But this dealer didn't know what he was doing. And I start to mention him, and I says, listen, you have to hit. You got a soft 12 there. A soft 22, if you want to say. So he's like, no, I got 22. I got to stay in. Nobody's going to get paid, blah, blah, blah. 2-3 times we're going back and forth, and finally asks, hey, you better get a supervisor over here. Supervisor comes on over, and he's kind of confused, okay? He's looking at it, and he sees there's 4 cards out. Again, the ace, a 3, and a 5. So I'm telling the pit boss guy, hey, man, he's got to pull. So he's standing there, and he's telling, oh, well, you're not in the game, and this, and that. Well, it doesn't matter. That guy's got to pull. So now the players are starting to realize that there's something going wrong here, right? And they see that. I'm actually kind of fighting for them. I mean, should have kind of mind my business. I get you. Some people say if you're not in the game, don't say nothing. But this was going to affect all the players, and they were going to lose money. They weren't going to lose a bet. They were going to lose from getting paid because nobody busted. So you had 4 live hands. Anyway, he finally pulls another card. I think he pulls a 2 out and's got 14. And then he pulls a 10 out and busts, so he legitimately breaks. So now everybody got paid. Everybody started fist pumping me, thanking him and stuff. And the dealer was, he was a little bit like too confident, cocky, borderline-ish and stuff. But he like didn't want to listen. He says, hey, no, I got 22. Now I can understand, okay, there's a lot of training going on and stuff for the dealers, so they're usually pretty good at counting their cards. But here is when you float dealers around, and 1 minute they're on regular blackjack, next minute they're on a poker table, poker stud, or whatever that poker table is, or they're dealing baccarat, and now you're dealing free bet blackjack. It's a little bit different. So it's not really an excuse for him because he should have understood and looked. Ace, 3, and a 5. If you count it in its simplest form is 12. He couldn't figure it out. But so guys, this happened recently at the Hard Rock Casino here in Tampa. Okay, so guys, don't always think the dealer is 100% always right. Ask your pit boss, ask your other players. That's why it's good to know the game forwards and backwards, so you know this. So me speaking up, saying something, got everybody paid. Now, there wasn't thousands of dollars, but there was a few $100, and each hand is important, and if you have a winning hand and you miss getting paid, that sucks. So guys, don't always trust your dealer and question, and if you're not sure, don't let them scoop up the cards. Tell them stop and call a pit supervisor or a supervisor, a blackjack supervisor, okay? So that's the moral story. Anyway, guys, stay tight, make money, good luck, and always question. If you're not sure about something, like in school, raise your hand and ask a question. God bless, guys. I hope this was knowledgeable for you guys just to know, and it can happen anywhere, okay? Peace out.